Good afternoon, I'm Jonathon Momsen with 2 RFM Hunter News. Delays are continuing following a fatal accident after a car was struck by a B-double on the M1 at Killingworth this morning. The incident occurred around 4:30 with the truck slamming into the reportedly parked Ford sedan just south of George Booth Drive. The female driver died at the scene, but Senior Constable Andrew Corbett says the truck driver was taken to John Hunter Hospital without any injuries.
The sole occupant of the sedan, a 49-year-old woman, died at the scene. The male truck driver was not injured in the crash but has been taken to John Hunter Hospital for mandatory blood and urine testing.
Live Traffic New South Wales showing heavy northbound traffic moving through the area still, with Lane 2 closed. Another former manager of the notorious Adamstown Motel has rejected claims by housing officials that no families with children were placed there. The motel was suspended as a provider of crisis accommodation this week by the New South Wales government after concerns were raised about drug and gang activity as well as prostitution. Current owner of Adamstown Motel, Connie Day, says she is disappointed by the government's decision to suspend the motel as a crisis accommodation provider.
It's sad when they don't ring and actually ask for the fact. That's sad, but I guess I can understand their position because they will be under a lot of pressure with those type of accusation. So we can understand that, but of course it's disappointing.
The Department of Defence is standing by its decision to use firefighting foam as Williamtown residents deal with the toxic leak which has shaken the area. The RAF used the foam for decades, which has now polluted groundwater around the base, with at least 2 other communities around the country experiencing similar contamination. The ADF insists it's switched to an environmentally safer product, which can be contained, collected and disposed of in a green manner. Singleton's bat plague is showing no signs of letting up, but residents and the council aren't able to take proper steps to reclaim their town. Nationals MLA Michael Johnson says the red tape involved in taking action to remove the bats is not only holding up the process but costing taxpayers money. Member for the Upper Hunter Michael Johnson says the involvement of state and federal government in the issue is only causing more dramas.
The federal government are involved and there are certain requirements, tight requirements, and it's just a nightmare trying to get the state and federal bureaucracies to allow or streamline the process and allow local council to deal with it.
The University of Newcastle School of Nursing and Midwifery is celebrating its 25th year of providing students and researchers with pioneering education in the field. More than 8,200 students have graduated from the school since it was established in 1990, with many contributing to innovative research on a local and global scale. Head of the school, Professor Sally Chan, says despite being a young school, there are plenty of accomplishments to be celebrated.
Although still very young, we have achieved a lot, both in education and research. So tonight we have the opening of our history walk, which we pay tribute to our leaders and our students in the past, and then we follow by a anniversary celebration.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club's Melbourne Cup Carnival.
The Newcastle Jets have wrapped up preparations this morning ahead of tomorrow's clash with Sydney FC. Coach Scott Miller is yet to announce a captain, with Nigel Bogard suspended after being red-carded last week against Wellington. The announcement is expected to be made tomorrow afternoon. University will be looking to defend their competition lead when they take on Wallsend in the first 2-day game of the Newcastle first-grade cricket season. Uni set on top of the table with 2 wins and a bonus point, while Wallsend are 1-1 to start the season. Wallsend are coming off a big win over Waratah, with young gun Jason Sanger in form after posting 118, meaning an upset could be on the cards. And Charlestown pro golfer James Nitties is in position to claim a large chunk of the $1.125 million on offer at the Fiji International. Nitties sits just 3 points off the pace after carding an opening round 75. That's sport. I'm Tandy Chindore.
2 RFM News Time is 12:10.